Welcome into First Alert Weather Extra. Wes Wyatt here in the First Alert Weather Center, along with meteorologist Lauren Linehan, Jill Gilardi, and we're going to check in with the rest of the First Alert Weather team on some weather conditions here over the next few days. If you're heading to the beach, what's going on in the tropics, how about the flooding in Kentucky? Lots to talk about as we continue here. Certainly appreciate you joining us here on our streaming channels. Help spread the word. We stream right here at 6:30 on not only the First Alert Weather app, but our YouTube channel, and you can download. We have an app for Roku, Apple TV, our streaming app. You can find great products and shows like the Absolutely Alabama with our very own Fred Hunter, and of course archive shows here of First Alert Weather Extra. Let's get into it. Let's talk about what's on the way. And you know what? Last week I was just telling Lauren, I was looking at some of the long-range data towards the end of this week, and we were seeing a first alert for some hotter weather. Well, it looks like the models are now starting to trend back in that direction. We're seeing upper-level ridge strengthening over the region, so the storms are becoming more isolated. Not a lot of rain out there today. You can clearly tell the rain coverage has backed off, and I think that heat index over the next couple of days, it could get close to 105 in a few spots. So be ready for some hot, steamy weather conditions. Those higher rain chances now look to arrive towards the end of the weekend. And this is a time of year you don't want to miss the weather. You want to check in every day, because every time we gather some new model data, it gives us a better idea of what's coming. Because anytime, you get these storms that pop up, and that can really change the game as far as where we see rain the next day, where some of these little pop-ups happen. But right now, as we go to radar, you can see not a lot going on. The West Alabama not seeing a whole lot at the moment. We had one little shower. If you joined us at 4 o'clock, I was tracking across Tuscaloosa. Well, that fell apart, and right now watching some rain around East Alabama. Just got actually a rainbow photo from Hoax Bluff. Mark Hall there shared that with me. There's some rain happening and cooling things off. Look at that, 79 there in Gadsden after we hit 90 degrees. But as we look into West Alabama, not a lot going on here. Again, mainly dry, but some rain, actually some lightning happening around Center, Ellisville, Highway 9, and areas to the north around Cedar Bluff. You certainly need to be indoors with that cloud-to-ground lightning, but a very small storm, localized area there where we have some rain. But that's about it, and for most of us, dry going into this evening. Notice the rain chances are going to drop off quickly. Temperature-wise, we'll fall into the 70s overnight tonight, maybe a little bit of fog in a few spots tomorrow morning, along with some morning low clouds, but then we break into more sunshine. Again, hot weather over the next couple days. I think by Sunday, we'll start to see more showers and thunderstorms. But we're just getting started. We'll check in on that full forecast as we continue right here on First Alert Weather Extra. And also, here's what's coming up. We're going to be showing you more on that flooding in Kentucky. Well, we'll have that for you. We're going to be talking about also going beyond the 7-day forecast. But again, stay with us. Be right back after this.
When 6 on Your Side investigates, the issues that directly impact you matter most to us.
That's why we're getting answers on rising prices and how you can save some money.
And being another set of eyes looking out for your kids and your family.
Getting to the bottom of health and billing issues that may be hidden in the fine print.
How events nationwide are affecting you here at home.
WBRC Fox 6 is always here on your side, ready to help. This is why 6 on Your Side investigates.
These are your mornings, and Good Day Alabama is built to start them right. The only station staying local on all platforms all morning long. In your community, giving you a deeper perspective with the largest team dedicated to you. Showing new stories from overnight, helping you get through your day. With First Alert Weather and traffic, getting to the point, not wasting your time. These are your mornings. Prepare for a good day. Prepare with Good Day Alabama.
When moments turn severe, how do you find clarity?
This is your First Alert from the WBRC Fox 6 weather team. We're with you as we prepare for this threat.
In a season of constant change, when you need to know first, when you need to prepare, only one team gives you the first alert wherever you are. A trusted team staying ahead of what's next in your neighborhood. Stay alert. Stay with the First Alert weather team. Live, new, and on your side, beginning at 9 p.m. In a day filled with clutter and noise, WBRC Fox 6 News breaks down what you need to know before anyone else. With new updates, live and on the scene, answers for your money and your livelihood, with 6 on Your Side investigates. And your first alert for the hours and days ahead with the WBRC First Alert Weather Team. on your favorite platforms every night. WBRC Fox 6 News at 9 and 10 on your side.
Well, we have been checking in with Kentucky this week on First Alert Weather Extra, but I'm meteorologist Lauren Linehan giving you an update now on not just the flooding that they've been dealing with, but the brutal heat that has surfaced in the wake of last week's flooding that has brought debris all across Kentucky. Across the state, we have been seeing still those flooding issues, and right now the total number is 3 people are still missing. The number of dead still remains unfortunately at 37, and today feels like temperatures hit the triple digits across the states. And as we talk about here, that's when you're factoring in the temperature and the humidity. That's going to make it feel hotter than it actually is. National Guard troops have rescued more than 1,300 people thus far. But across the U.S., people have been stepping in to help Kentucky, and in Northport, no exception. Here in West Alabama, in Tuscaloosa County, Mayor Bobby Herndon left the city just before 4 this morning. This exclusive video of the small caravan of a U-Haul trucks and trailers loaded with supplies leaving Northport. People donated several generators, computers, and office chairs to go with them. Mayor Herndon says he hopes the donation lets people know they have not been forgotten.
Well, a lot of places we go to, people gloom, despair, think they have no hope, but they see us pull up with supplies. Just imagine if you've lost everything and people will bring you something to get started back over with, or to help you get through the day. But the citizens of our community do a whole lot more than that.
And WBRC, Fox 6, and other great TV stations are teaming up to help provide assistance for the survivors of the flooding who desperately need our help. If you would like to donate, go to our WBRC News app and look for the Appalachia Rises story. But not just weather that we cover here on First Alert Weather Extra. We have new video tonight of a volcano erupting in Iceland. This shows lava flowing, or we'll see it in just a second, this lava flowing through a valley across Iceland. This is not far from the country's main airport, where Iceland's international air traffic hub is located. Authorities are warning residents and tourists not to go near the site. Certainly we'd love to see a volcano in person, maybe not at that point. But if we take ourselves back to the U.S., on the other side of the country, out west, California's McKinney Fire devastating this small community near the Oregon border. And warm temperatures are unfortunately threatening to fuel the flames over the next few days. The fire has already destroyed the majority of homes and businesses in the Klamath River. Since last Friday, the fire has scorched more than 57,000 acres. Several thousand people remain under evacuation orders.
It's very sad. It's very disheartening. Some of our oldest homes, 100-year-old homes, are gone.
And the McKinney Fire is just one of several threatening homes across the U.S. In western Montana, the fast-moving Elmo Fire has burned more than 18,000 acres and forced evacuations. So we talk a lot, of course, about weather. We'll throw in some volcanoes every now and then, but we also like to cover animals and how weather and climate change could potentially impact them. We turn now to a story out of Vermont about saving some endangered spotted turtles.
On a hot day in July, biologists are gearing up in this wetland in southern Vermont.
We set to go check the trap? Should I go check? Okay. So we have set traps in this wetland, and we're here with you to check these traps, and with any luck, we'll pull a spotted turtle or more out of one of the traps.
Luke Groff is a herpetologist for Vermont Fish and Wildlife. He's leading the way checking traps.
Where's the trap? Right here.
Joining Groff on this research are UVM professor Brittany Mosher and Kylie Briggs of the Orion Society. Their goal is to spot the spotted turtle, and that's why we can't disclose this location.
There are 7 native species of turtles in Vermont, and all but 2 of them, all but the painted turtle and the snapping turtle, have some type of classification, something called what we call species of greatest conservation need, or threatened or endangered. Spotted turtle is our rarest turtle, possibly even the rarest vertebrate in Vermont. It's endangered in the state, and we have 3 populations, 3 known populations. And here we are in southern Vermont, and this is one of them.
Most people are familiar with painted turtles and snapping turtles. And if you were to actually see a little black turtle with yellow spots, most people would realize right away that's different from the other turtles that I've been seeing.
Battling hot conditions and the swampy wetlands, the group checks the traps which they baited previously.
We'll lure the turtles into this funnel trap. They go in this sort of hole, and then they can't find their way back out until the next day when we release them. We check these traps every 24 hours.
At this location,
oh, we do have a turtle in here. A painted turtle and a bullfrog.
There were 5 traps set.
There's another one. Next trap's right down here. Maybe, Brittany, you want to check that one?
Just a fish.
Just a fish.
After checking all the terrapin stations, no spotted turtles were found.
Yeah, we got a lot of fish and frogs in this one.
Oh, wow.
More frogs than we've caught so far.
Nice. No turtles?
No turtles.
But Groff says finding other critters is a good sign.
The fact that we're finding the animals that we would expect to see here, some of the species we're finding in large numbers, that bodes well.
That gives hope that there might be spotted turtles in this wetland?
Absolutely. We know there's spotted turtles here. At this site, I believe 24 individuals have been found and marked. In 2019, another group did some trapping here and found 15. So we know they're here. It's also a dry water year. The water's warm. So spotted turtles may have moved out of here into upland or other aquatic habitats.
This work of setting traps is done through multiple partners that received a $250,000 grant from U.S. Fish and Wildlife.
Might have heard the quote that you can only conserve what you understand. This is a species that we currently don't understand very well because it's so rare. So we're hoping we can get some more information, and that'll lead the state and our other partners to perhaps develop new conservation or management actions.
The grant also brings in technology to help find the turtles.
They're really hard to find even when they exist in a place. And so we're going to be using some advanced molecular technology called the eDNA, environmental DNA, to essentially sample water to see if we can detect turtle skin cells in it. So that will be a way for us to get some information about whether or not turtles occur at a site, even when we don't find them.
And of course, a reminder, if you see a spotted turtle, speak up.
If anyone has seen a spotted turtle in Vermont, the most important thing that you can do is report that sighting to Vermont Fish and Wildlife.
In southern Vermont, Ike Ben David, Channel 3 News.
We'll have to pass the word along to Jill's family up in the Northeast to keep an eye out for the spotted turtle. She was actually just telling me that she used to see them all the time when she was little. So we see some lizards around here in the WBRC studio. I don't know if that's a good thing. Coming up, though, we'll check back in with Chief Meteorologist Wes Wyatt for a look at your 7-day forecast. And then Jill takes us beyond the 7-day. We'll be right back.
At West Shore Home, we pride ourselves on being the fastest and most convenient option for homeowners who are looking for a new shower or bath project. Today, Joe and I are going to look at some projects, why they're so popular, and how we can offer you some extra savings right now.
Yeah, well, Kirsten, the big question out there is why are so many people choosing to remodel their shower or bath right now?
Joe, right now homeowners across America are looking for ways to reinvest and build value in their homes. Replacing your shower or bath is a great way to do that. For folks who call in right now, we're offering some great savings with our 4th of July flash sale. You can lock in that price and get limited time long-term financing of 0% APR for 48 months. And on top of that, for anyone who calls in now, we'll take an additional $1,500 off your shower or bath project.
Wow, it seems like the price of everything else keeps going up, but you're saying for anybody that calls in now, they can lock in their price and get 0% APR for 48 months. That's amazing. Now, Kirsten, for a project like this, they probably have to put some money down, right?
They definitely don't. So many people think when they're going to do a project like this, they have to have thousands of dollars saved up for a down payment. That's simply not the case.
So you're saying they can start their project now and not have to worry about paying anything out of pocket. That's incredible. Now, a lot of people might be wondering, what do one of these projects look like when they're finished? Can you give us an example?
This homeowner wanted something that was safer and more accessible. We came in and installed a brand new walk-in shower. The best part is they were able to take advantage of our long-term financing. That's 0% APR for 48 months. And just as a reminder, anyone who calls in right now can get an additional $1,500 off their project.
Wow, Kirsten, thanks so much. Folks, it does not get any easier than this. Call in now to get 0% APR for 48 months. And for a limited time, they're taking $1,500 off every shower and bath project. Don't miss this offer. Call West Shore Home now.
All right, here's your first alert forecast over the next 7 days, and we have backed off on rain chances tomorrow and Friday. Looks like that upper level ridge is going to suppress, kind of put a limit on how many storms we see during the afternoon. But over the weekend, by Sunday, I see higher rain chances. We'll see a greater coverage. Look, all this wet weather we're talking about, no day in particular is going to be a day where we have an overcast all day rain. It's that summertime threat where we mostly see kind of like beach weather after about 2 or 3 in the afternoon. Just watch out. It's often, until you get into the day, monitor those radar trends. Very difficult to pinpoint exactly which neighborhood will see the rain. Sometimes I've seen it on these days like this. It's raining in the front yard, sun shining in the backyard. So that's like right now. Notice we don't have a lot going on, but there's one little area here where we've got quite a bit of rain. I've had so many photos coming in from northeastern areas where we've had some rainbow. You can check out our social media feeds, but a lot of beautiful rainbow photos there from storms and showers, mostly weakening now. We did have some lightning around center, but that has weakened quite a bit as that drifts to the north there right around Weiss Lake. Here's Hopes Bluff. That's one location where we saw some of that rain and back in towards Gadsden, but this will fade away over the next hour or so, and it looks like for the rest of tonight things pretty quiet out there. I mean, for August, it's not a bad night setting up. We'll have lows in the 70s, kind of muggy early tomorrow morning, maybe a little bit of fog in some spots early on, some low clouds again. If you notice today, and we actually talked about it yesterday, the overcast conditions, you get those morning low clouds that set up, that can help us out and really help benefit those outdoor working conditions. But once we break into some sunshine, it doesn't take long. Just in a hurry there, those temperatures rebound. And look at tomorrow, data coming in hotter, so it looks like we're going back in the direction there of fewer showers, hotter conditions, and it would surprise me if we start to see some more of those heat advisories popping up in some areas by the weekend. It is so humid. Every degree or two is going to mean a big time change in that heat index over the next couple of days. But there's tomorrow evening. Not a lot of wet weather. This shows maybe a couple of pop-ups to the south, but certainly check in with us tonight, and tomorrow morning we'll have even better ideas on where we could see some of that rainfall. But this is a good map to really use this time of the year. You can look at our area here across central Alabama, and just gives you a good idea of the better days to get out there, do a little outdoor work. If you have any big projects going on, you can certainly see tomorrow, Friday, and Saturday, the coverage of rain doesn't look too impressive. It looks like the wet weather, if we see any pop-up, it's going to be very, very isolated. Now, just because, again, this is model guidance, and I want to point out, if you do live in some of these areas where you don't see green, still can't rule out that isolated shower or two. But again, you can kind of get a good idea from this on just how many of those afternoon storms we'll be seeing. And it looks like Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday, well, that ridge starts to weaken again, and then we'll see the trend in a wetter direction. We'll start to see more showers and storms, but we often see that many times this time of the year. We get into these patterns, we'll start to heat up, we start to dry out, and then it all pops, and we start to see the showers and storms increasing again. And this Sunday, Monday, we'll really need to watch those afternoon conditions. And the good thing is, with events like Rock the South coming up this weekend, I think into Friday evening, their rain chances very isolated, as you can see. Just keep an eye on the First Alert Weather app for this weekend. Scattered showers and storms as we move ahead. It looks like in the next week, those rain chances will be there right on through Tuesday and Wednesday. And I want to bring in meteorologist Jill Gilardi. And Jill, just kind of going through looking at some of the data here over the next several days, it looks like now we're kind of trending a bit drier here going into the weekend.
Yeah, at least in the short term, a little drier, maybe a little hotter, but a long-term outlook beyond the 7-day, we're seeing some indications of some cooler, maybe below normal air for parts of the east, and maybe it could clip parts of Alabama. We can always hope for that. And kind of sandwiched in between would be the above average heat. It looks to set up across the Midwest. So we may be seeing those temperatures kind of calm down a little bit 8 to 14 days out. As we take a look at the temperature pattern, fast forward to a time frame where we could see a cool down. So we're getting into the time of year that maybe we'll get that jet stream to dip far enough to the south. But before it happens, well, we could see some hot weather around the 15th, the model hinting at. Also showing a dip in the jet stream and some cooler air potentially around the 17th and maybe even the 18th. Could we see 50s coming our way? We can hope. We'll continue to keep a watch on that as we look beyond the 7-day each day. Of course, we would love a nice little cool down, but again, models can change when you're talking about 8 to 14 days out. And what else the model is picking up on? Well, this GFS model is indicating that maybe a tropical little system, not that it may impact the southeast, but could develop. We'll have to watch another little swirl in the Gulf of Mexico around the 12th, 13th. So again, we are still not in the height of hurricane season, but that doesn't mean, we can't see any development. And we've been very patient with that. So far, the dust has helped us out, lowering that threat for development, but things can always change. And tomorrow, we're going to be talking more about what NOAA has updated with their hurricane forecast. So definitely stay tuned for much more on that. Wes?
All right, yeah, looking forward to that updated outlook on the hurricane season. But so far, things have been rather calm here over the past few weeks, but it can change in a hurry. So we're going to be watching closely. And actually coming back, we're going to talk a little bit more about the conditions there along the coast, check in on that beach forecast as we continue right here on First Alert Weather Extra.
When 6 on Your Side investigates, the issues that directly impact you matter most to us. This is why 6 on Your Side investigates.
These are your mornings, and Good Day Alabama is built to start them right. The only station staying local on all platforms all morning long. Prepare for a good day. Prepare with Good Day Alabama.
When 6 on Your Side investigates, the issues that directly impact you matter most to us.
That's why we're getting answers on rising prices and how you can save some money.
How events nationwide are affecting you here at home.
WBRC Fox 6 is always here on your side, ready to help. This is why 6 on Your Side investigates.
In a season of constant change, when you need to know first, when you need to prepare, only one team gives you the first alert. A trusted team staying ahead of what's next in your neighborhood. Stay alert. Stay with the First Alert Weather Team.
When 6 on Your Side investigates, the issues that directly impact you matter most to us.
Being another set of eyes looking out for your kids and your family.
This is why 6 on Your Side investigates.
Live, new, and on your side. Beginning at 9 p.m., WBRC Fox 6 News breaks down what you need to know before anyone else on your favorite platforms every night. WBRC Fox 6 News at 9 and 10. On your side.
When 6 on Your Side investigates, the issues that directly impact you matter most to us.
That's why we're getting answers on rising prices and how you can save some money.
This is why 6 on Your Side investigates.
How will the weather impact your roads? The First Alert Weather app has live traffic updates and road conditions for a safer commute. This is why we First Alert.
WBRC Fox 6 News. On your side.
Welcome back to First Alert Weather Extra. I'm meteorologist Lauren Linehan. Before we leave you this evening, we wanted to check in with Matt and Mickey. I know a lot of you are trying to squeeze in some pool time, beach time before going back to school. They give us that full gamut of the back to school forecast.
Well, all right, it's about time for back to school. We got some forecasts. When you went back to school, Matt, were you always, I was always a little nervous. Were you?
I was actually I guess I was more curious on who's going to be in the class.
Yeah.
And if I wasn't sure about the teacher, I was a little nervous. Am I going to like this teacher or not?
Right.
But they always had orientation beforehand, so that helped. But I actually always loved the first day because I figured, it's the first day. They're not going to give me any homework.
I was kind of dreading it because I didn't know who was going to be in my class.
Yeah.
And I didn't know what the teacher was going to be. I wasn't real confident in the way I looked. You got some new clothes, but you thought. So it was always a little stressful for me.
Yeah, did you get a fresh haircut every time?
I can't remember that. Back in my day, our hair was a little longer.
Oh,
so
okay.
Yeah, anyway, it's a little different. Okay, well, let's get into it. As far as your morning drive tomorrow, let's check out the fog-o-meter and see what we're looking at here, Matt.
Yeah, it looks like there could be some areas that receive some patchy fog, but nothing widespread. So I think overall the morning commute will be fine. We had some fog over the past couple of mornings, so if you get some rain, you might see a little bit of that.
Yeah, so we had a little bit of fog this morning in a couple of our counties. So what should you wear tomorrow? Well, we start out at 72 degrees and begin warming up throughout the day to about 90 degrees. So if you can get away with shorts and a short sleeve shirt, Probably a good idea. What about umbrella chances? What do you think?
You know, I'd probably hold off on it. Just a small rain chance. Of course, the day you forget that umbrella, it probably rains. But, you know, you get the idea. Just a small rain chance tomorrow morning and going into the afternoon.
We got one school system starting back tomorrow.
We do.
It's Blount County.
Yep.
Now, when you're going to school, probably not much of a rain chance there. About a 30% chance of showers going into the afternoon hours. Here lately, we're seeing a lot of that energy into central and east Alabama.
Yeah,
and maybe our southern tier counties.
Yeah, that's right. So it's just a typical summertime pattern. This is very normal to see in early August. Heats up to near 90, a pop-up shower, or thunderstorms possible. So,
well, what about the UV index? Looks like it's pretty high tomorrow, getting up to about a 10. So you got a 15-minute burn time for those kids that, you know, don't have to go back to school tomorrow.
Yeah.
Maybe one last day at the pool or playing outside.
Yeah, there's several of y'all, you know, enjoying the last couple of days before summer vacation is officially over with.
Do kids play outside anymore? I don't know. But anyway, if you're going to the pool. The UV index is pretty high, especially going into the weekend and beyond. Well, we get into Monday, it's a little bit lower, but our rain chances go up a little bit for Monday into next Tuesday.
That's right. So, you know, last minute summer vacation, if you can't go anywhere, might as well hit the pool, right?
Yep, or find a friend with a pool. We have temperature readings up into the upper 80s to low 90s. Pretty typical forecast. Feels like temperatures really aren't that bad.
No, mid to upper 90s. So we've definitely seen a lot worse around here with those triple digit feels like temperatures. So thankfully nothing like that. It's just another warm and muggy afternoon. But hey, by the way, I know Blount County starting tomorrow. We've had a few schools, but one thing we love to share is back to school pictures.
Yeah. So if you got some of those, send them on in. You can just download our First Alert weather app. It's free. You just do an app search for either a news app or a weather app, but just look for WBRC First Alert. And if you scroll down to the bottom, you'll see a place where you can submit those pictures of back to school, and we can share some of those right here.
Yeah, we'll show them here on Weather Extra and all on Fox 6 News. So we'd love to see that, and we'll probably do that all next week as well.
Okay. Maybe we can find some old pictures of you when you went back to school.
We'll have to dig the yearbook pictures.
I'll call your mom again.
No, what?
Nothing.
And I am dying to see a picture of Mickey with long hair. So maybe we'll get those going for you here over the next few days. In the meantime, I mean, the forecast's pretty standard for summertime. We have those hit or miss rain chances for Thursday and Friday. We're talking just isolated storms. And then it looks like as we go into the weekend, Sunday is going to be the day when we have that better potential for some wet weather in the forecast. I don't think either day is going to be a washout, but as we're looking ahead to the weekend, first alert for maybe a little bit more rain around on Sunday. And then going into next week, it looks like more of that unsettled summer weather that we've been seeing lately. Widely scattered showers and storms possible each day. But when it's not raining, that heat and humidity going to be up. It's the dog days of summer. We expect that, right? But you can check in with Chief Meteorologist Wes Wyatt again tonight on First at 9. Alert Meteorologist Lauren Linehan. Have a safe and happy Wednesday evening.